Hello and welcome to another thrilling episode of Badminton Unlimited. Coming up this week, we look back at the winning moments and hear from the newly crowned champions of the Yonex Swiss Open 2019. Plus, we head to the scenic Swiss Alps to promote the Total BWF World Championships 2019 and Para World Championships 2019. And we speak exclusively with Scotland's Kirsty Gilmour and get a glimpse of her life off the court.
I've missed some weddings, a lot of weddings and birthdays, christenings, all that kind of thing. But at the end of the day, everyone understands why you're doing it.
The conclusion of the Yonex Swiss Open 2019 on Sunday marked the end of 4 back-to-back HSBC BWF World Tour events on the European continent. The tournament was also an opportunity to have one last feel for St. Jakobshalle before this year's World Championships, which will be held in the same venue in August. Finals day got underway with a mixed doubles match between Denmark's Mathias Beischmidt, Rika Sobi and Rino Rivaldi, Peter Hanning Chasmantari of Indonesia. And it was the qualifiers Beischmidt and Sobi who capped off an amazing run in Basel by securing the biggest title of their young career. After beating Chinese 5th seeds Lu Kai and Chen Lu in the semi-finals, the Danes defeated the 4th-seeded Rivaldi Mantari 21-18, 12-21, 21-16 in 56 minutes to lift their first HSBC BWF World Tour crown.
No, we didn't expect to get to the finals, but we played not so well in the first games and in the first few matches, so we're just like when we played yesterday, gave everything we had, and then we played very well.
We thought about it the same way as we did before the semi-final, so we actually went in today in today's match like we went in yesterday. But we're just very happy that we came through with the win.
It was a battle of the 3rd and 4th seeds in women's doubles. Korea's Chang Ye-na and Jung Kyung-yeon locked horns with the higher-ranked Japanese Nami Matsuyama and Chiharu Shida. The Koreans, who had not dropped a game throughout the week, carried that winning momentum into the match, clinching the closely fought opening game 21-16. Matsuyama and Shida kept pace with their opponents early in the second before Chang and Jung opened a 7-point advantage at 16-9 and did not look back, securing the game 21-13 to win their first tour title of the year.
A comprehensive victory really for Chang and Jung. Matsuyama and Shida stay will come, I'm sure of that. Very young, both of them, but today experience won the day.
Men's singles pitted Yonex All England Open Badminton Championships 2019 semi-finalist Shi Yu-chi against OUE Singapore Open 2017 champion Saipanit B. The Indian, who defeated Chen Long in the semi-finals, was riding high on confidence as he won the opener 21-19. The second game was just as close before Shi made a late charge to win the last 3 points 21-18 and push for the decider. A re-energized Shi then went all out in the third game, leading by 9 points before closing the match 21-12 to lift his first trophy of 2019.
It's a tough game and he's good at defense and just put my focus in every shot and every attack, a smash. And last night I watched the video and he played with Chen Long, and so I just do my best.
China won their second title of the day in women's singles, as recently crowned All England champion Chen Yufei claimed back-to-back titles with victory in Basel as well. The 21-year-old got off to a flying start against Japan's Saena Kawakami, taking the first game 21-9. Despite Kawakami's best efforts in the second, Chen proved too strong as she wrapped up the match in 36 minutes, making it 2 tour wins in 2 finals appearances this year.
今天感觉第一局打得比较好吧，然后第二局开局的时候会有一点慢，但是后面也通过积极的调整，然后还是坚持下来了吧。
The last match of the day was the men's doubles final between Indonesian 4th seeds Fajar Alfian, Muhammad Rian Ardianto and 8th seeds Li Yang, Wang Qilin of Chinese Taipei. Alfian and Ardianto, who were heartbroken after their semi-final exit in Birmingham last week, made amends at the Swiss Open by not only getting to the finals, but winning their first HSBC BWF World Tour title of the year. The Indonesians narrowly edged the Barcelona Spain Masters 2019 champions in the opening game before maintaining a steady lead throughout the second game to ensure they came away 21-19, 21-16 winners.
And that will do it. A really disappointing way to lose with the service error. But 21-19, 21-16. The crowd got the result they wanted. Fajar Alfi and Mohamed Ardianto coming through in the men's doubles to take the title. It's their 8th as a pair.
The HSBC BWF World Tour takes a week-long break before heading to Delhi for the Yonex Sunrise India Open 2019, which begins on the 26th of March. Just before the start of the Yonex Swiss Open 2019, Swiss Badminton organised a special media event to promote the Total BWF World Championships 2019 and the Total BWF Para Badminton World Championships 2019, which will be hosted by the city of Basel, Switzerland in August this year. Members of the national and international media were treated to a very special experience at one of Switzerland's most famous tourist spots, Mount Titlis. At 3,020 metres above sea level and covered in snow, this alpine getaway provided a spectacular and dramatic backdrop for badminton, with a special court allowing players to hit some shuttles on the mountaintop. Switzerland's Sabrina Jacquet and two-time para world champion Karen Suter-Erath sparred with India's Parupalli Kashyap and Sai Praneeth in this unique badminton setting and in unusual conditions, with temperatures dropping to -12 on the day.
Yeah, it's just great. Like, it's not that I'm not used to be in the mountains as a Swiss, but to be here on the Titlis, to have such a great event, promotion for the World Championships is just great, yeah. Not usual. Yeah, it was really windy, it was not so easy, and but it was a lot of fun. And yeah, I enjoyed it really much, and yeah, that's a really cool event.
I think it's a great experience. I think I never had been to places like this, so I think it's really a great experience and we enjoyed a lot. And yeah, obviously it's so cold, we are not used to cold, but yeah, still we enjoyed a lot. I think the air is too much, so I think it's tough here playing here, yeah.
Oh, it's just amazing. I didn't think that that's possible. And yeah, it's a fantastic day, and of course there was some wind, not that easy conditions, but yeah, it's just fantastic and unbelievable to be here.
The players then also explored Mount Titlis, embarking on a cliff walk across a narrow suspension bridge 500 metres off the ground high up on the summit. At 3,041 metres above sea level, the steel suspension bridge is just 1 metre wide and more than 100 metres long, offering breathtaking views into the abyss below. The Titlis Cliff Walk holds a record for being the highest suspension bridge in Europe. After their adventures, the players and Swiss Badminton addressed the media on strengthening the sport of badminton in Switzerland, as well as hosting a major event like the World Championships.
Oh, this is also fantastic and great. I think to play in not just my home country, but my hometown. And I spent so many hours in the St. Jakobshalle. So for me, that is really a great thing. I'm really looking forward because in a career as an athlete, it's looking forward to this great event.
2019 will mark the 25th anniversary of the World Championships and the 5th year of Total being the title sponsors of the BWF's major events. A milestone year. And for the players, it is undoubtedly one of the most coveted titles in the sport.
Going good. I think this year is a very hectic year because of the Olympic qualification. So I think, I think the preparations are going on well.
I want to be fitter and do my best result I can do, and I know that concurrence is really high. It's difficult to talk about expectations, but I just want to give my best.
Moment of magic there.
Since making her international debut in 2008, Kirsty Gilmour has been Scotland's leading light in elite badminton. A proud Glaswegian, we got up close and personal with a 25-year-old in the comfort of her home.
I've literally lived in Glasgow all my life. I think other badminton players have kind of, spent time in other cities and trained in other places, but I've been nowhere but Glasgow. I've spent weeks here and there, of course, for tournaments and travel and things like that. And I went to school here. I grew up 20 minutes outside the city, and yeah, I moved into kind of the city centre, and it's just a place that I really love. It's the thing I miss the most when I go away. When I was a child, I think probably my family, definitely my dad, would describe me as determined. It used to be kind of things with football, because that's something I could go outside and just like practice for hours and hours and hours and hours. Gradually progressed. I did football and badminton alongside each other until I was about 11. And then I went to Glasgow School of Sport where I had to kind of specialise. I think that little bit of determination to do like one football skill has kind of evolved into this bigger thing of, determination to be, the best in the world at badminton. I actually don't think I'm particularly gifted at badminton. I think I'm particularly gifted at hard work and being quite obsessive about physical things, like kind of sport in general. I think whichever sport I would have chosen to go into, I think I would have been pretty good at it, regardless of what that was. My dad was national junior coach, and my uncle was a former internationalist. My mum won the Scottish schools. She likes when I mention that. My sister played up to a point, but that's where I think our personalities really differ. People have said that me and my sister have the same mannerisms. I don't think we look alike, but people say that we look quite alike. But our personalities are polar opposites. She got to a point with badminton where she couldn't have people watching her. She doesn't like crowds, whereas I quite like the performance aspect. Yeah, I've missed some weddings, a lot of weddings and birthdays, christenings, all that kind of thing. But at the end of the day, everyone understands why you're doing it, and you can always celebrate these things in a different way at another time. So it's not so much a sacrifice to me, because everyone in my life understands, and we still manage to celebrate all of those things regardless of whether I'm there or not. We'll just do it in our own way.
We wanted to put that determination of Kirsty Gilmour to the test, so we roped in fellow competitive Scotsman Adam Hall in a game of accuracy and also patience.
We are about to beat Adam at a target game. Really? Yeah. So we'll each take turns of trying to hit it into the foam roller.
We have these sorts of matches in the squad. It's always us to become the most competitive, so I don't want to lose.
Let's do it. There's not much to aim at. Yeah,
look at the size of that. That's what we're dealing with. We've got like a centimetre.
This will give us more of a chance, and then if we still can't get it in, we'll both quit badminton.
Time for a quick break here on Badminton Unlimited, but stay with us as we continue our conversation with Kirsty Gilmour and meet her friends over a Scottish meal.
Urban myth, I think. For Asian people, or people around the world, to describe haggis,
I wish I didn't have to get up.
That if we're playing a match, I hope we play well and hope to win.
然后第一件事啊，为什么有闹钟？就是不有闹钟把我叫醒，不是我睡到自然醒。
First thing is I think that today have to be better than yesterday.
First thing I think about food. Oh, straight away. Sometimes I go to sleep, like looking forward to breakfast already.
第一件想的是就是摸一下自己长胖了没。因为总感觉每天睡起来就感觉自己好像又胖了一点。
啊
Okay 咯。My kids, yeah.
Go training.
关闹钟，关闹钟。对啊，应该是被闹钟吵醒。
I always bring the makeup for eyebrow because I think that the most thing for the women that we have to have the eyebrow.
Yeah. I rarely travel without a book. I'm making a point of reading more, and I think it's helping.
按摩器，我是按摩器，就是放哪都按哪都行的那种小的按摩器。
I always have my laptop with me, so I do, watch some my own language movies. So that's the entertainment I have.
I think everybody say that phone is addiction, so maybe a charger. That's compulsory. You'll have to actually remind yourself and put it in the bag. So yeah.
枕头，因为我比较睡不惯，就是酒店的枕头，然后我会自己带枕头来，但会带公仔和枕头，公仔是一定要带的。如果我没有带的话，也会在就是当地会买一个，但是基本上不会没有带了。
一定要带的。我自己睡觉有一定要带的枕头，就从小抱到大的，差不多。
Hair conditioner.
I have to bring my hard drive. It's got loads of series and movies on. We spend a lot of time in the hotel room, so I have to always have something to watch and keep me busy.
Pretty much.
Conditioner, face mask, nail kit.
Nail kit. Then makeup. Good hairbrush, hair straighteners.
We are back in Glasgow to continue our conversation with Scotland's #1, Kirsty Gilmour. Having medalled at both the Commonwealth Games and the European Championships, Kirsty reveals how a winning mentality is integral to her sporting ambitions.
Going into senior, I always kind of told myself I wanted to win a tournament before I was 20, and I won one when I was 18. So that was just like, I've always set myself these goals, and they always seem a bit stupid, like stupidly high. And then you just kind of keep knocking away at little things, and then suddenly you arrive at that point, and then that becomes easy. I sat down with Tat Meng, and we were kind of outlining what we wanted from me coming back from my knee surgery, where we wanted my world ranking to be back at. And we had all these kind of performance goals, and then I put quarterfinals of World Championships. And they hadn't, Tat Meng and our assistant coach Andy hadn't put quarterfinals of World Championships. And I was like, I'm going to go for the quarterfinals of World Championships. We got the quarterfinals of World Championships, and now I shoot a little bit higher than I think I should. I won my semi-final in quite dramatic fashion. I won the first set 21-13, and then I found myself 19-11 down. And normally that's a write-off, and I've watched the video back, and Martin Frost does write me off in that set. And I won 10 straight points in a row after he said, I think we're just going to go to the third set. It was in the Emirates Arena, and it was in front of all of my friends and family. Not life-changing in the sense that, you know, the sponsorships rolled in and everything changed, and, you know, it was heaven after that, but life-changing in the kind of sense that it was in a big event that we'd been building up to, I nailed the preparation and everything linked up. You know, I was seeded 2 and I got the silver medal. I remember it was like directly after the final, and silver is, I mean, it's awesome, but it's also like the worst colour, especially at Commonwealth Games, because it's the only medal that you end on a loss. You play for the bronze, so you've, you know, achieved a win to get that medal, and obviously the gold, you're undefeated. So it's kind of tinged with a little bit of disappointment, but at the same time, I'm so happy with this medal, and it coming at Glasgow. It really, this one in particular is a special one, for sure. You can go out and do something once. Obviously it's great, but to be able to do it consistently is what athletes strive for every day. You don't just want one, you don't want to be defined by one performance in your career. You want to be a Roger Federer and be defined over 15 years. So to back up, especially at an event that comes every 4 years, I think for anyone to get back-to-back Olympic medals is outrageously impressive. To be able to put in that achievement and to be at that level for such a span, I think is incredibly impressive. Work hard in silence and let your success be the noise. You don't have to be showy, you don't have to be, you know, strutting around. You just have to work hard and be good and, you know, be nice to people, and good things will come.
A busy competition schedule means any social time Kirsty can get is precious whenever she's back home. So it was a treat for us to get to hang out with Kirsty and some of her closest friends, Corey and Georgina, over dinner.
No, we're over here. Firstly, does anyone actually know what's in haggis? I think that the thing is, no one knows what's in haggis. You just eat it. You don't ask what's in it.
They used to always say, like, tales about, used to be a little like pig-like animal that lived on hills, and it had 2 short legs and 2 long legs, so it could run round the hill. Then it would never go up and down, it would just go round in circles. That's no voice to them.
Urban myth, I think. For Asian people, or people around the world, to describe haggis, kind of peppery meat. That's the best way.
It's really hard to describe.
It's hard to describe. I would probably quite close to black pudding, which is like a blood pudding, which I guess is a bit more universal.
You've got some strange behaviour on court. Like when you're serving and you twizzle your racket for however long until it feels right.
And there's no specific amount, it's just until it feels right, and I can't describe that.
It's good to have Kirsty because she's so chilled out all the time. It's always whenever we're together, it's a laugh. But then on court, it's a different story. Like Kirsty met my parents. God, Kirsty's lovely, she's really nice. And then they watched her on TV the week after, and I'm like, she's quite different. She like really is quite in charge of when the court when she's playing it. And I'm like, yep.
I think we feel so emotionally involved.
Yeah, like, definitely after Scottish Open, like we kind of did my thing with the press and stuff, and then came back to your flat, and then we were just like, should we go for dinner?
I was walking around with the medal on.
Oh yeah. Like, we were like, shall we go for dinner? In Glasgow, it feels like such an intimate like community of like loyal badminton fans. And then like when I play a match in the Emirates, like I will literally go warm up, play the match, warm down and leave. Like I will spend as little time in the hall as possible, and then I'll probably just go and hang with these guys or my sister or my parents, and we don't talk about badminton. It's literally well, my dad likes to analyse a bit more, and Angela tells him to shut up. But with these guys, literally, we'll go home, we'll go back to one of ours and we'll just watch like Blue Planet, and we're like, right guys, see you tomorrow.
Before we go, here's an opportunity for one lucky fan to watch all the Sudirman Cup 2019 drama live. Go to Total's Facebook page and enter their Fanatics of Total contest to stand a chance to win a VIP fan experience in Nanning, China. Contest ends 28th of March. Well, that's it for this episode of Badminton Unlimited. Join us next week as we bring you the latest from the Total BWF Sudirman Cup 2019 draw in Nanning. And speaking of team championships, we'll bring you the big winners of the Badminton Asia Tong Yun Kai Cup 2019 in Hong Kong. In the meantime, do remember to log on to bwfworldtour.com for all the latest news and features on the HSBC BWF World Tour. Bye-bye for now.